Hey you guys, it's Lula. Today is day 8 of the 28-day challenge on the 11th day of the 8th month in the year 2018. I know it's August, but it has been horribly hot here, unreasonably in the 90s for way, way, way too long for the Pacific Northwest. Yuck, no thank you. If I wanted this weather, I'd be somewhere else. But anyway, today I woke up and it's raining and it's like 60. So you know what? I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I got my knitwear, my grandma, and my snowman. I'm hopeful. I know that when it's freezing, someday I'll look back on this and be like, oh God, I just need some warmth and heat in the sun. But right now I need rain. I need a chilly fall morning. So anyway, blessed be the new moon, because today is all about ritual, intention, and understanding. I'm going to take a sip. So today, I want to talk about ritual and doing a new moon ritual for yourself. So when I started going through this process, some of you know this about me, some of you don't, but I love to say that I didn't come out of a box like this because I didn't. It took me a really, really long time for me to start understanding who I was. And even though I have been taught by some and walked with some of the most amazing prolific shamans and the most amazing healers and light beings that I've met and had the most amazing experiences with in my lifetime, I also know who I am. For the most part. I mean, I grow and learn all the time, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure the only reason why, at least at this point, why I don't know exactly who I 100% am is because there's still a little, is it trepidatious? Is that the word? There because, trepidation, because I love how I look down at my snowflake obsidian. Look up snowflake obsidian. That's your homework. I should have had you guys get pen and paper. So if you don't have pen and paper, maybe get some pen and paper or hit pause, come back, anyway. Today's lesson, snowflake obsidian. It's funny, when I started putting everything together, here, let me show you. This is our altar for today. Can you tell I'm feeling fall? And I've got money there because I'm bringing abundance to all of us. All those who watch this video, see that money? It's going to come back to you and myself, tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be. Blessed be Yahweh. And I blessed it with my abundance oil. And those who have come to sit with me know what I'm talking about. Because people will be like, dude, when I smell that, or I'll get a whiff of part of that smell, I'm like, Lula, I love this oil. I need to make my own, actually. I got it from Young Living. Anyway, I got to adjust this back. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure, because I'm looking at you here, and I could see me later, being like my whole face was cut off. Because when I'm with spirit, I'm really like in with spirit right now. It's hard to I'm trying to stay grounded. I've got like graphite on my lap and a big thing of rainbow calcite. But I'm going to breathe because there's a lot of power, a lot of things running through me right now, because I called upon the ancestors to work with ritual today while we're, going through this new moon. This is a very powerful new moon. Now, I know they say every full moon, every new moon's powerful. They are. All of them are powerful. They all have very similar lessons, but then there's always like some underground underbelly of each one that's like, where people be like, I've been feeling this. And I'm like, well, that makes sense because of this. So for myself, this new moon has been very interesting. And the more I've been reading about it the last few days, I'm like, yep, that's exactly right. And usually I'm going through a lot of what everybody else is going through. I think because I'm an empath and because of who I am as a light being and a bringer of the light, the healing method, I think I just feel it like so much more intensely. So with that being said, everybody does their rituals different. There is no right. There is no wrong. When I started on this journey, I had all these different light workers that were helping me. And in the beginning, there were some that I was like, wow, that's really amazing. And I found myself either mimicking their practices or taking things from their practices I already felt or was doing and like amplifying them. But it's just different for each person. And I know for myself, as I was going along this journey with each healer that I worked with, each shaman, each guru, I would get this exciting feeling because I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so much like me. Like, you get it, you get it, you get it, you know? But I also realized that just like any other thing, you know, it's like this is a beautiful spiritual practice connecting us to the divine outside of this earth. But, you know, it is, you know, it's that kind of thing where people forget that we are light beings having a human experience. So they kind of lose track of like who they are and what they're doing or what feels good or what doesn't feel good. For me, I was having a difficult time because I'd be like, well, I like that, but I don't like this. Or I'd be like, this is cool, but blah, blah, blah. And also, like with my witch stuff, I found that I had to be really, really mindful because I'm a natural witch. And there are some that practice witchcraft, wizardry, whatever you want to call it, magic. We all have different forms of magic. But those who try to perform and use magic that's not within their wheelhouse, it's a different deflection of magic. And so what I have found for myself is I have to be really, really mindful of where I put my energy because a lot of people, I was talking to one of my shamans about this once. I said, I don't know what it is. I'm like, but every time I, you know, go around certain groups of people or whatever, I'm like, I'm so drained. And she helped me to understand that they were literally siphoning my energy and they were siphoning my power. So you just have to be really mindful of what you do. Also, when I started doing practices and ritual, I had certain people like, well, this would be more helpful if you did this, and this would be more helpful if you did that. And you know what I found out? It's so personal. Just like everybody's magic is personal, so is how their approach to ritual is personal. Everybody's altars are personal. I mean, look at my house. Look at my cute little rainbow I painted. Oh, look at Creature. But you know what I mean? Like, that makes me happy. That's something that I did for myself. That was a ritual. That was like a healing thing for me. And I put it up. I mean, I've had people come in here and they're like, oh, that's so cute. Did like your niece paint that or something? I'm like, no, I didn't. You know, because it was a ritual that I needed to do. And I love that I hang it up so that I can remind myself of it. There are, well, everybody's working from their own level of consciousness, right? So myself included. I mean, I'm sure I'll look back on this even a few days from now and be like, wow, look how much I've grown. We grow, we expand every day. So working with our different levels of consciousness, we have to remember what works in our wheelhouse, what's good for us. But what I started to say was that there are some that believe that as long as the intention is there, none of this matters. Because truthfully, this doesn't exist. You don't exist. I don't exist. Our consciousness exists. We're all living here on this planet right now in human form. So yes, I mean, if I smash this glass, it's going to break. You know, if I light this cedar or this rosemary on fire and I let it burn, it could burn down my entire house and I would have nothing. That's a fact. But at the same time, you have to believe that everything exists and nothing exists at the same time. And I know sometimes that that's a hard one to understand, but it's true. So yeah, use bells to clear your house. Get those dark energies out of there. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. Or go around with something soft. Gently ask the spirits to leave your home. Gently ask the negative energy to go back into the ether. Or you can burn things. This is a fresh sprig of rosemary off of Rosie. But I like to burn rosemary because I'm a witch. And witches really benefit from rosemary. It's one of our most treasured cleansing tools. It's great for protection. I hang sprigs of rosemary over all my doorways and windows. It could be a tiny little sprig. I mean, that's good. That's good. And, you know, but again, it's like, I personally like the whole pageantry of it. I feel good. But I remember one of my shaman sisters said to me once, she goes, I think I was freaking out, like, because I didn't have my jewelry on or something. And she was like, dude, you don't need all that shit. She's like, I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. She's like, look at me. I'm fully, she's got beautiful tattoos all over her body, her protection, or whatever it is to her. And so for myself, it's like, I like the pageantry of it, but I also know that just as powerfully I can say in my mind, please leave my home. I know that I can connect with the spirits without all the pageantry. However, the ritual of it is in honor of our higher self, the benevolent creator that made us, and to our ancestors. So however you want to do that, whatever that ritual looks like to you, it's personal. Research it. Go on YouTube. Go on Google. Look for, especially for this one, for this specific one, let go of stuff. I do things like this. Like after I'm done with you guys, see how it says new moon? So like I will write down all of the intentions, all the things I want to let go, because the biggest thing on this one is about really letting go. We've had so many eclipses and retrogrades, and this is the last eclipse of this year. And I think the last retrograde will be on the 27th or the first week in September. I don't remember. I think Mercury goes out on the 27th. But anyway, I'm going to get cut off soon. So I just want to wrap this up and say that however you want to do it, I don't burn mine. I'll write down my stuff, the things I want to let go. I'll set my intentions for the next new moon, and the things that I need for myself. But I do different things. Some people like to burn them, so do it safely. Get yourself a nice little place to burn things. All the rituals are different. I even burn cinnamon. Cinnamon's really, really powerful. I really like the smell of cinnamon. Another witchy thing. But yeah, so you get the intention, right? You see what I'm trying to say. There we go. So light it somewhere safe. You can put it, fold it up, whatever, put it inside, and then just send it off. But whatever ritual feels good to you, do what feels good to you. There are no right or wrong answers. Just research it. If you feel like a person is like, you're like, oh yeah, that feels good to me, that feels good to me, then that's the one you're supposed to work with. Does that make sense? All right, I love you guys. I'm going to get cut off. These are all my fun little tools. Build your own altar. Seek your wisdom with the goddess today. Let go. I love you. Have a blessed new moon. Aho.